Team news for the weekend?
No news, and no new injuries. Yeah, and Sessignon is out, and Bissouma, Betancourt, and Lloris. No new injuries. And we have another training session tomorrow, but finger crossed. I hope nothing of different. Yeah.
I noticed against Nottingham Forest, the Antonio Conte I'm used to, very animated on the touchline. Obviously you're feeling a lot better now, which is great. I was thinking, fans will think this is great to see you celebrating 4 goals, and then the next day I read about potential new managers next season. Does it bother you, or is it something you accept?
No, I think that we have to accept every type of situation. The most important thing to know that you are working very hard every day to improve the club that you are working. I think for the manager it's important this, and to know that you are giving not 100% but much more to improve the club that believe in yourself.
Another 20-goal season for Harry Kane.
Yeah.
2 goals last week, just phenomenal again. You always tell me that you give the chairman your thoughts, your advice, and would your advice be any rebuild this summer at the club has to involve Harry Kane at Tottenham Hotspur?
But I think that this is a question for the club, and because for sure the club wants to involve Harry Kane for the rest of his career, in my opinion. Because when you have this type of player, a world-class striker like him, and for sure you want to stay here for the rest of his career. But then you know football, and sometimes it's unpredictable. But I think that you have to. It's not in my task, and to make a decision, and this is a decision for the club and for Harry.
Great, thanks, Antonio.
Thank you.
Alex?
Hi, Antonio.
Hi.
Looking ahead to Southampton at the weekend, another defeat for them last night as they fight for survival. Did you watch the game, and what are you expecting from them on Saturday?
Yeah, I watched the game. Also against United. I watched the game against Chelsea. Southampton, I think the game was really balanced, and the set pieces made the difference. And you know very well, Brentford is really good set pieces, and you have to pay attention throw in and the corner set pieces, and in every situation they are really dangerous under this aspect. But I have seen a team with great energy, a team that wants to play football, want to try to get points, and you know very well, and in the last part of the table, and there are many teams in a few points, and for sure they want to try to get points against us, and but we have to think to ourselves. We need to play an important game to give continuity, and the win against Nottingham Forest. Now we have started the last part of the season, and the last part of the season, you know very well that is the most important part of the season, because it depends where you finish in the position that you finish in the league. And for this reason, we have to pay great attention, to be focused, to go with great energy, to prepare very well, not only on the tactical aspect, but about the mentality, to be focused, to be strong, and to be ready to fight in this type of game.
The reverse fixture was the first game of the season. How would you compare this Tottenham side to the side that beat them 4-1 back in August?
Yeah, I remember well, and we were 1-0 down. No, well, yeah, and I remember very well because also last season we struggled a lot against Southampton. We lost at home and we drew 1-1 away. It's always a difficult game for us, but. The first game we played a good game. We were 1-0 down and then we come back. We scored 4 goals. Now they've changed two managers and they are trying to do everything to avoid the relegation zone. But I repeat, I watched the game yesterday and also against United, against Chelsea. I have seen a team live, not a team that. He wants to go and to have a relegation.
Hi Antonio. When you look at the race for the top 4, the 4th place, you, like Newcastle and Liverpool, the established teams, now that's all they have to play for is 4th place in the Champions League. Has it become what Arsene Wenger said years ago now, that a 4th place finish in the Premier League is like winning a trophy?
But for sure, and to finish in the top 4, I think is a really good achievement for every club in Premier League, and you can see the table, and you can see that there are important team that in the past won a trophy and. Important trophy, and now they are struggling. No, they are struggling for a place in Champions League. I think this race will be really difficult this season. And don't forget also other teams like Brighton, and because Brighton they have important players in the squad, and they're having a good run, and I think they are involved in this type of situation. Brentford also, they are playing a fantastic season, and there is Newcastle, Liverpool. I don't forget Chelsea, because Chelsea, yeah, this season will be an important race for all the teams that are involved, and. There is also United into this race, and for sure it will be a good achievement to finish in Europe this season, like last season. But I think in every season Premier League to finish in the top 4, it means that you had a good season.
But you don't celebrate it like you would celebrate winning a trophy. I mean, you're a man that lifts silverware, gets winners' medals, and yet I get the impression for you, for Jurgen Klopp, maybe for Ten Hag as well, this year a 4th place finish is almost as difficult to get as winning a trophy. So where did we go from beyond where winning a trophy was the be-all and end-all for a manager to now being 4th place?
Yeah, but I think that don't forget that Liverpool last season and Jurgen Klopp, and until the end of the season they were in a fantastic run to win everything. They lost the final in Champions League, and they finished 2nd Premier League with 1 point less than Manchester City. And you remember what happened the last game, and they won FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and we are talking about a big team used to win in the past. Then can happen one season that you can struggle, but they are used. And in the last period in England, it was a fight between Manchester City and Liverpool, and then Chelsea won and the last Premier League with me. Yeah, otherwise they divide, no? Man City and Liverpool. Yeah, for this reason I think that can happen, but it means that this type of situation, Liverpool situation, underline the difficulty of Premier League. Because, I repeat, Premier League is really, really difficult. And I read that Guardiola said in every game this season, you know that you have to fight and you risk to drop points. Because every team is going to improve the squad. Look, Nottingham Forest, they've changed 22, 23 players compared last season. And every team try to improve, to be strong. And yeah, I think that Premier League is going to become the NBA in the next future. And for this reason, you have to be prepared. Otherwise, you risk to finish without silverware or without Europe.
Right. Alec. When Hugo Lloris got injured, it was pretty much assumed that he was going to just come straight back into the team as soon as he was fit again. Has Fraser Forster's performances given you a bit more of a difficult decision to make when that does happen?
But for sure, and Fraser is playing very well, and he's showing to be a reliable player. And first of all, I want to underline that he's a really, really good guy. And I remember him when we played in Champions League when I was the coach of Juventus, and he played with Celtic. Yeah, I remember very well because it impressed me to see him, and yeah, the way to be keeper. Yeah, and at the same time, for sure, is a really good person. Is a positive person for this dressing room. I think it was a fantastic sign for the club, honestly, and it's showing that he deserves credit. For sure, Hugo is our keeper. Yeah, but before to come back, he has to stay well. We don't force the situation because, I repeat, Foster giving us is deserving to have credit, and for this reason Hugo has to recover well. We don't force the situation because it won't be good for him, for us, and yeah. But I repeat, and we are really happy with Fraser. But at the same time, when Hugo will be ready. He is our first keeper. Yeah.
Another consistent player, Ben Davies. I think he recently reached 300 appearances for the club. Obviously, he's become an important player for you and previous managers as well. Why do you think he's been so important for every manager at Tottenham?
Yeah, but this type of player are vital for every manager. And Ben is a player that. He showed always a great reliability, and he's a player that is always focused, and is always with the right desire. And you know that Ben finished the game, and he finished his commitment will be top. Then you can win, you can lose, but you know very well that Ben is a reliable player. He's a player that. It's a privilege for every manager to have this type of player in your squad. Yeah.
Okay, we'll finish with Jack, please.
Antonio.
Hi.
After the Milan game last week, you said there was a possibility that the club could sack you before the end of your contract. Are you now confident that you will stay until the end of the season?
But this was a provocation, you understand, about my future. And it was not it was yeah, provocation, a joke, una battuta was Yeah, when you tell something and to joke, because when you ask me about the future, but I said to you, yeah, but you don't know what happened. You don't know what happened, because maybe the club can sack me, but I repeat, I don't think the club is thinking this, because the club sees every day what me and my staff we are doing for this club. Yeah, but it was only an answer and about my future. Yeah.
Has the club told you that you are safe until the end of the season?
If the club?
Has the club told you that you are here for the rest of this season?
But I think that there is no one club that can tell you or can tell the manager you stay here until the end of the season. Football is really strange, and you don't know what happen tomorrow. You understand? But I repeat, and in my opinion, we'll try in every moment to do everything, me and my staff, and I think the club appreciate this, and because if you continue to ask me if I sign a new contract, it means that maybe the club is appreciating what we are doing, what the work that we are doing in this 1 year and a half.
Thanks, Jack. Okay, we'll end the broadcast section there. We'll move on to the embargoed section starting for 12 o'clock tomorrow. Dan?